Hello music lovers and welcome here live broadcast in the major TV studio. Today is with us a very young composer and music critic, Luca Fialdini.
Hello Alida, thank you for your invitation.
Hello Luca, it's a pleasure to have you here.
For me too.
You're very young but you're immensely gifted and talented. And let's start with the first question. And I would love to talk about your work as a composer and when did you find your way on this job?
Well, there's a famous passage of Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, and if you permit, I read it.
Of course.
Cassius says, "Tell me, good Brutus, can you see your face?" And then Brutus answers, "No, Cassius, for the eyes is not itself, but by reflection." This is the point in my music, the reflection. So the mirror, because a mirror can only reflect or can distort the image. So with my music, I try to reproduce the distortion of a mirror. So like, how can I explain it? Like sound images reflected by water. I know, maybe it's like a bit Debussy or whatever, but I think that is a good idea for composing, because a mirror could be a window to see the world around you or yourself too.
So Luca, speaking with you and reading your writings, I noticed that you are very vast operatic and musical culture, despite your young age.
Honestly, thank you. I start to study music quite later, about 12 years. And, well, you talked about the opera, but in the first time I was more involved into instrumental or symphonic music from, I don't know, Bach to Shostakovich or to Tchaikovsky or Prokofiev. For the opera, I have to wait the meeting with Maestro Riccardo Muti, I suppose the most important musician in my life, after Mozart, my beloved Mozart, that is the most important composer in my life.
I would love to know now, just you talk about opera and you read about opera, you listen about opera. What was the first opera you listened to and how did it change your life?
Well, it was a long time ago. I suppose it was about 2005. I was 12. And it was The Marriage of Figaro in Florence, conducted by Zubi Mehta. It's weird because I met a certain number of the singers of that production later when I was a critic, so it's strange to meet them as a critic. And I recorded that broadcast and I watch it again and again and again and again. I think about 100 times. And I said, this is what I want to do in my life. And in 2017 I wrote my first opera, the La Gita d'Alcobaça, so the trip to Alcobaça.
You write so well, and you write in a lot of magazines of classical music, of course, and you write in a very competent language, and above all, it's very understandable. What are the readings you like most in this moment? There is something that you read in this moment, and what are your lectures and your favorite book at this time?
Well, once again, thank you. In my opinion, culture is an instrument, not the objective. Seriously, I'm scared by those composers or critics that are crawling in theaters like reptiles, saying something of incomprehensible. Maybe they are incompetent, I know. Well, actually, I'm reading this book, Don Giovanni Musica by Nino Pirotta. That is an history of Don Giovanni from the 16th century to Mozart. because I'm preparing a radio broadcast for the Italian Switzerland radio about the evolution of Don Giovanni from the theater to the music. And about books, well, I usually read everything from T.S. Eliot to Stephen King.
I know you're very busy in this moment. I know you have a lot of new projects. We are curious to know what's cooking, Luca.
Well, actually, I'm usually free of commission, so I take this time to write a project that I suppose that will be important. A great suite for piano solo, and about something more concrete, if you can say. Well, this summer I will play my arrangement of Rossini piano music with a great friend of mine, Maria Giulia Lari, that is a great pianist too. And the broadcast for the Switzerland about Don Giovanni, and in October, I suppose, I will take some lectures from the Teatro Verdi in Pisa about the opera.
So Luca, it's a pleasure to talk with you.
Thank you.
But we are so curious to listen something about your work and composition, and there is a piano here.
Well, if you want, I can play the second movement of my piano sonatina.
With pleasure. You're great.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure. No, it's true. How do you think? It's great. It's amazing. So many compliments.
Thank you.
Really. So we are very close to the end of this interview, and I would love to ask you about your social media links, YouTube or Instagram, where we can follow you.
Well, you can follow me on my Facebook, my Instagram, and my YouTube channel.
Of course, we are looking for your new project about you, Luca. It was a pleasure to have you here.
It was a pleasure for me too.
I hope you will be here for a next interview or special maybe. If you are in Milan, don't forget to visit our studio again.
It will be an honor for me.
Thank you again. So, guys, thank you for following this great interview. See you next time on the Major TV studio. Thanks to Luca Fialdini.
Thank to you, Alida.
And thanks to our audience. Say goodbye to our audience, Luca.
Goodbye.
Bye. See you soon.